when I do the countdown, I get in trouble. I'm sitting here with my countdown like 5, 4, 3, 2, and then the FBI comes knocking at my door.
What is it you pray for?
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Greetings, salutations, and welcome to the 123rd episode of Abyssal Musings. It's quiz night, folks. My name is Samuel the Infamous, and joining me today is my inimitable co-host, Lawrence Knight.
What's up?
I think your mic's a little bit low, dude.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, it's just his humor, lowbrow.
Right. Yeah. We also have with us Devil Made Me Do It, here for the whole show. And we've got Caucasian Sasquatch coming in clutch.
It's the most amazing thing I've ever actually heard of.
And we're also costing Clifton 3D valuable sleep. Welcome in.
Yay!
Yeah, welcome in, folks. We're gonna have some fun tonight. Hope you guys have some fun too. I'm gonna go ahead and say hello to the chat real quick, and we can get this show on the road. First up, we got Clifton 3D is in the chat. We've got Jacob Gallo with us tonight. Hello, Scotty Waddles. Good to see you. We have Aaron Laura with us. I see Andy Pickle. Good to see you. Lepo. Good to see you. We've got I see Zephyr of Voxel. Welcome in. Yes, Zillage, we are back. Sorry about last week, folks. It couldn't be avoided.
Sam doesn't love us.
Well, yeah, but you're not my kids. This is the only people I do love. So
yeah, I know. Just keep sucking up to me. I'll let you do it.
Right. We've got Watt Life in the chat. Welcome in. We have Queen Bird with us. And as you come in, I will try to highlight at least one of your chats so that you know that we see you. We're currently live on my YouTube channel, Samuel the Infamous, on Caucasian Sasquatch's YouTube channel, Caucasian Sasquatch, and also Twix and Rumble. So if you're in any of those places, feel free to abuse the chat function. American 101, welcome in. So Larry, what do we got tonight?
Oh, we've got a little bit of we got a couple of news articles before we go into tonight's quiz, which I will explain what that would be, what it's about shortly. But I want to take a moment now for not a public service announcement, but I want to let you guys know this. If you are not black and you find yourself dating a black woman or have an interest and you want advice from black man, as a black man, my advice to you is to run as fast as you can. Don't look back. Just run.
Okay. Is that from the advice from black men or from the black woman?
That's usually from the men.
He said yes. Just yes in general.
No, but on a serious note, like for every, when you see the stereotypes on TV, and this is something that I hate about my community. Every community has their undesirables. But what happens is, on one hand, when you look at the news, and we all know how the news is, the news like to show the worst of people because that's what brings in ratings. So every time you see a black person, what are they doing? They're screaming and hollering, like that lady there right now that's sitting in a jail cell in the Dominican Republic. She gave a guy. You don't go overseas and give somebody $100 in bills in a place like the Dominican Republic and think you're gonna get all your money back. Or if you use a card, then you call your bank and you have them put stop payment on it if you don't get your change back. This lady jumped onto the man's property, opened it up, and started throwing the pineapples and all stuff, all his gear, threw it into the ocean. And she's screaming to the top of her lungs and jumping up and down, swinging her arms and stuff, and then went to get help to get off of the little island apparatus so she wouldn't fall in the ocean. And of course, because she was bigger and fatter than the equator, the guy dropped her. The guy that she jumped to try to get him to catch her, dropped her.
I understand, but I don't sell pineapples.
Yeah.
Well, I when I date a girl, I see it as or not so much date, but when it gets serious, it's almost like she belongs to me, I belong to her type thing. And I heard that thinking that way about black people's wrong. So
Well, yeah, I mean the point I was getting to was
I'm in Georgia.
There's a
No.
lot there's a lot of good black women out there and black men too. But 9 times out of 10 on TV, that's not what you're gonna see. You're gonna see the worst of us. You're gonna see the ones that, those like me and the ones that that I know, we don't even bother talking to them because there's no talking to them. Zilla should tell you, people, the ones like that, there's no talking to them. The best you can do is just stay away from them.
Well, I'll tell you what she told me when I asked her, why did you decide to hit on an old white guy? And she's like, I've been shot at twice. I'm never dating a gangbanger again. And I corrected her. I said, madam, you do realize that most serial killers are old white guys. She said, I'll take my chances.
I would too.
The first thing she said after you said, do you realize old white guy? She said, I'm thinking you have money. So
and that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
I do.
But nowadays, that's the thinking of a modern woman. Chances are, not all, but so. Hey,
Speaking of women,
gnomes.
It's Gnome's life.
Hey,
Hi guys.
I know me.
I'm gonna hang for a little while because I'm tired.
You gonna hang from the monkey bars with us? Well, tonight's quiz night.
Oh, you
Gonna
know
hang
what? I got sick all of a sudden. I can't hang out.
Oh, look at the time. God, been here such a long time. No.
It's calling the street lights just turned on.
Oh, it's 9:30 here at night. The lights just came on in the streets. I gotta go home.
Yeah. Oh shit! I forgot I'm allergic to whites people.
Oh, we're already live. I thought we were just hanging out before we went live, but okay, whatever.
Yeah,
no, we're quite live.
Yeah, you're very, very live.
Well, hi guys.
Oh man, if I could count, if I had $1 for every time somebody said something out of pocket while we were live on this channel,
you'd have $4. It's not a lot, but it is.
It's weird that it happened 4 times. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a McDouble at this point, man. Congratulations.
Well, I guess I come with bearing good news. I just popped out. Well, I just finished a stream with Dreamy Tabitha, and then as soon as I hit end, I got a message from Horny Elf, and he says, "Come to the Ballbusters chat. Dermy just shaved his head."
That sounds like
And so he's like, I need you to make fun of him. I was like, all right. And I went to go look, and he looks gayer than ever. And and I was like, oh, Dermy is like the Temu Dollar Tree version of Beardo right now.
You should have put in the chat that you look like a bitch who can't eat donuts.
That's what I said. Actually, he's like, oh, Beardo wishes he had like a body like mine. I have rules for days. It's like, rules for days? Dermy, you couldn't even finish a donut eating contest. Lard ass.
you didn't finish because he's still eating the damn donuts.
He's still digesting it. Over here, I'm like, yeah, I've already passed that on me. So yeah. But that's where I just came from, the little Ballbusters trap, and here I am, just hanging out with my Abyssal Musings friends. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least he didn't nair his chest again. That was something I'll never get out of my nightmares.
I did say if he gets another $300, I'll thread his beard off.
Yeah, I'm not watching that.
How about some waxing? You could go with some waxing. You probably make $45 a strip.
You think he learned his lesson the last time?
No, he likes pain. We can probably do that. Double. We can probably bully the hell out of him.
Speaking of which,
if you'll look me straight in the eyes when you talk down to me, I'll enjoy it more.
Well, that just reminded me of something I heard earlier today. Like, are y'all familiar with the Chat Music channel? They've been putting out like they take out of pocket chats and they make these really horrible songs out of them.
Yeah, like an AI version of it.
Yeah, and some of it's actually really well done. But one of the lines I heard today on I forget which one it was. I think it was in another Annie Brava's like out of pocket chat video. But anyway, The actual line was, the sadist talked about murdering a cat, and the masochist said meow.
Oh my god.
Wow.
It just-
I heard one that was done up as a drill rap, and it was the most hilarious thing I've ever heard in my life because it was like it was AI Eminem spitting beats that were just random chats, just random stuff. I lost a birdhouse in the hurricane last week, and then I found my brother's condoms. It's like,
Oh my god.
what? and he's just spitting it like fire.
Like he putting that hot Tua on it.
Right. AI Hawk Tua. That's it.
AI Tua. Oh man. Aaron, scaring Aaron. So we do have some announcements before we get into it.
It's okay. We know, bro. You don't have to tell us. We know.
Okay. Well, anyway.
All right. It's all right. You don't have to. We're for your friends. This is a friendly place. When you go ahead, come out the closet. Go ahead.
You asked me about dating a black woman.
That's right. I'm not in the closet. Obviously.
I'm saying if you want to do it, go for it. They're not all bad. Just just don't piss her off. You'll be all right.
Yeah, she'll shoot back. I get it.
Clue, you nasty. Clue, you nasty. You don't want to always ask somebody to guess what you're doing. Anyway, so I'm almost done with the the choose your own adventure thing, the story that I'm writing. Next week we will be doing Sam and I will be doing a deep dive on a little old movie called The Thing, and part 1 of round 2 of Monsters Ball will start next week. Don't know which who will be in the fight yet, but yeah, that's gonna be next week.
Yeah, it should be fun. And it's like when we're talking about The Thing, we're talking about obviously the John Carpenter version from '86. So there will be.
I'm talking about both.
Are you talking about The Thing from Another World? Oh no, that's right. You were talking about the.
I'm talking about the remake
prequel.
too.
The prequel, yeah.
Yeah, so
I
come
haven't
back
seen that.
next week to watch Sam and Larry dive deep in that thing.
Yeah, all up in it. It's gonna get gooey.
Both
folks.
versions of it. He might pull out a shadow.
Girl, I'm already aroused. You don't have to put the more Austin on it.
Where's Shadow when you need him?
Right.
Where's Kohai? So Kohai works, man. Kohai works.
He knows that. He asks that every week. He knows.
Yeah. I'm gonna message her because she's not even dropping in and saying what's up anymore. I'm gonna make her feel bad and be like, hey, you really you don't care about us anymore.
She's busy. She's got a job. She's got a family. She's got a husband. She's doing her thing.
That's no excuse. She can quit, get divorced, give up her parental rights. But anyway, with that said, let's get things started with this news. Now, I am going to share a disclaimer. The last article it's going to piss people off, but I'm a firm believer in certain things you need to know. You need to know who to look out for, and you need to know when somebody does something horrible that justice finds them. So, but this first one is hilarious. So, and it's funny that Nomi's here tonight because once again, my wife and I we were talking about going on a cruise. We were thinking about it.
You should.
And
I'll go with you guys.
I don't know, Nomi. That last cruise that you picked, what was it, like a few days later? It almost capsized in a storm.
That's just half the fun.
Wait,
the other half is drowning.
Hold on. What's the other half the fun?
The other half is surviving.
It's the tour of Davy Jones' locker that comes after.
That's right. You're gonna beat all the classics.
Okay, so once again, we were talking about going, right? And I was like, well, maybe we can go in the summer. An hour later, I go on the news. I go on the New York Post, and boom, there's this. So this boat got hit with 40-foot waves, and people were running for their lives. I mean, it had to be the funniest thing.
Got a question. Where are they going?
What?
Where they going? They're running. Where? Where to? Where do you run?
To the other side of the boat. I mean, we're all,
Just saying.
they can't go far.
You're gonna have to start taking me serious at some point.
Well, when somebody's panicking, I mean, they're gonna try to run wherever they can before they realize, oh crap, I'm on a boat. But yeah, there's a waves hitting the boat.
Yeah, see, I'd ride that. Yeah.
Man, fuck that. I've seen Poseidon Adventure. I'm out.
Right?
No. And there's sharks down there just waiting. Like, now that's funny.
That's not funny. That looks injurious. Have you ever seen Star Trek when the things start like sparking?
Good grief.
Any one of these things can kill you. You just slip, slide 30 foot, and break your neck into a wall, bro.
No, these modern boats are designed not to. They've got so many things in place to lock doors so that water can't get in. They freaking just a bunch of different shit.
I mean, they did say about the Titanic that it's unsinkable. So
they also said that about
I'm not engineer. I'm not. No, we're not trusting that.
Yeah. And how many modern boats are there out there that was was like that? What was the name of that Italian boat? The Concordia, the something Concordia.
Well, that crashed against something that was different.
Like
I'm not saying these boats are like immortal or some shit. It's just flipping by a wave or something is not as much of a danger. They're meant to take high waves.
Yeah.
But that won't prevent you from flying across your room when it gets hit though.
Right. Exactly.
You'll still get
I'm just letting energy doesn't stop doing its thing. Yeah.
Yeah, like this lady. Now, New York Post obviously thought it was funny because they made a steal out of it. But yeah, it just further pushes my point every time. Maybe I need to stop thinking about going on a cruise because my thoughts seem to be bad luck for other people.
Have you ever been on a cruise?
No.
Yes.
You hear what I just said? Every time I think about going on a cruise or I even plan it, something happens on a boat.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's great. Listen.
No, it's not.
You go on a cruise. It's like you go to a nightclub, but everybody at the nightclub is broke and can't actually go into the nightclub. And so they're all running around trying to get all the free stuff they can get. And even if you're there like with money, which is much cooler because you can go in all the places where you have to pay to go in. That's different somewhat, but it's still always completely overbooked, completely overcrowded. Any public spaces are overrun by just degenerate morons who've never left their home.
So in other words, you've been on Carnival cruises a lot.
No, but I have gone and picked up several people from being on cruises, and every single one of them have told me some variation on a theme of all those freaking degenerate bastards stealing everything that's not nailed down. They took the fire extinguisher.
What?
Another case, apparently one of the people tried to steal the ice sculpture. They noticed it like outside of some location, and some assholes ran over and tried to run off with the ice sculpture of a giant swan, which fell down onto like the next deck below and basically snowed homie into his room for like 2 hours. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, it can go really, really bad.
Cavatino, I don't know what this is about, so I guess maybe I don't have it. But an expert. Nomi's an expert. In fact, I'm actually surprised she didn't go on that new ship that debuted. What was it this year? Like a few months ago. It fits like 8,000 people. I think it's like the size of a small island.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah. I mean, I was interested in looking at prices for that one because that seems like fun.
Isn't it like $50,000 for a room?
I mean, I'd be like way below deck, like get the cheapest that I can get. And
way below deck, man. I'd be sleeping on the anchor.
That's what she said.
but yeah, because like, I would go in as cheap as possible, and like the food's already paid for because whatever you paid for your cabin. Because the first time I went on a cruise, every time I'd be on the deck of just where the pool's at, the socials, everyone bought the drinks for me. It's like, okay, I wasn't planning on drinking, but if you're buying, I'm drinking. Then I hate for this drink to go to waste. So yeah, I mean, that's how I went the last time. So just have fun, not causing any problems. I did save a woman, and me and my friend actually, we saved a woman who got stuck in the elevator. That was.
I thought
scary.
you got stuck in it.
No.
Well, she saved a woman. She got herself the hell out. I mean,
yeah. The woman was stuck with me, so I like used my superhuman strength and open that door.
Well, here's the thing about Royal Caribbean Clue is people tend to go missing on those boats and are never found.
That is true. Or no, they just forget what time disembarkment is and they miss their boat. That's at least 60 people on the cruise that I was on miss the time for disembark. And that's not my fault. I'm like, we're getting there 3 hours early. I don't care. We're not missing the boat for nothing. Because at that time I didn't have my passport because it had just expired, but I was able to go because I had my birth certificate. However, if you're on a cruise and you're going to different countries, if something happens to you, like you have to go to the hospital and you need to be airlifted back to the States, that has to come out of your own pocket if you do not have your passport with you. So that's why I was like, nope, I'm not going to risk anything. I'm going to be there early. So say if you do miss the time to get back to the boat, if you miss disembarkment, you can go to an airline and they will pay for you to go to the next destination of where the boat or the ship's going to meet at. So that's covered. That's like their insurance thing. But since you don't have a passport, you're screwed. You is screwed.
What you're saying is whenever I decide to bug out and go to the Bahamas and just live there, just go and toss my passport, just stay.
I mean, I'm not a lawyer. I am not saying don't do it. But if you want to test that, take a gamble on that, by all means, go for it.
Well, some of these
you'd watch it, right?
Some of these cruise ships, like they're filled with like 67% women because women like tend to go do cruises with their friends and stuff. So you'll have like 5 or 6 friend girls who are on the cruise, and so there's more women than men on the cruise. I want to find one of those ships, bring 2 5-gallon buckets of women like Viagra, pour it in the pool.
Only you would think of that,
sir.
I can get you some of that.
Smoking joy. That's an awesome idea.
I'm all like, somebody's,
Wait a second, hold on. You'd be dealing with a bunch of feral cougars. Are you ready for that? That's madness you aren't prepared for.
Die by snoo? Hell yeah.
They'll tie you down by your beard. Get him, girls.
Yeah. They can hunt me and take advantage of me.
They will. In fact, I think we got our next movie, Sam.
Yeah.
Attacking the killer.
Devil made them do it.
Yeah.
Cougar.
Some cougars throwing me down the bed, and I'm like, oh, be gentle.
All right, next one before we get started. So you remember, Sam? Remember how we kept talking about? Well, there was a couple articles on people getting the poop transplants into their stomach.
Yes, I remember.
So they're really pushing this thing because now they're saying that this guy, he had stage 3 bowel cancer, and it cured him. The implants cured him. So now somebody else's poop is curing cancer. So
all right, hold on. Let me get a grip on this real quick by stating.
No, don't grip it. Let it alone.
No, it's a good poop. We're gonna grip it hard.
It's gonna go through your fingers.
I wouldn't shit you.
And up on
what I'm getting at is this: there is a non-zero chance that a preacher praying over you would cure stage 3 cancer. Right? Belief sometimes does it for inexplicable reasons. Body heal thyself. Right? Poop. Somebody shooting poop in your butt. Somebody else is pooping your butt. I have
saying
no
it's a placebo?
reason. I could full on be placebo, and yes, even placebo occasionally accomplishes this level of miracle.
I'm not getting injected with somebody's poop, and I'm not swallowing poop pills like this article also says. There's some people, in addition to the poop injections, they're gonna have you swallowing pills too.
Yeah, you're gonna have to take supplements and boosters and all of that shit.
Yeah, here, eat this. This person ate a lot of kale. Here, swallow this one on Saturdays.
Yeah, I'd really love to take credit for that pun being intentional, but it really wasn't. It didn't hit me till after I said it.
Shut up, Sam. You're ruining it.
And you're scaring Nomi too. Nomi's probably got her hand over her mouth, trying not to throw up.
I've seen and dealt with worse. Don't worry.
So
I gotta get into that. Hold on. You mean to tell me that you have seen and dealt with worse than having someone else's poop injected up your butt?
Yeah, she's friends with Dermy too.
Oh yeah, I got you. Never mind.
I had to thread his eyebrows.
Madam,
So
I don't want to.
I ate more food than him. So I ate what was it, Devil? I ate like 6 more bags of donuts than him. I had 13 more plates of Brazilian meat than him. So yeah, like even being standing next to Dermy is already sickening itself. So yeah,
eating more Brazilian meat than Dermy could have 2 meanings with him. That's the problem.
That's actually very true.
I was thinking the same thing. I was trying. No one was explaining it. I did not want to ask.
I've never seen this, thankfully, but I heard that some of you have had the misfortune of seeing him topless.
More than once.
I have been blessed that I've not seen that happen.
I've had the misfortune of seeing the Grand Canyon on his stream.
Ew,
Yeah.
Plumber's Pit.
Oh, it's more like Plumber's Mine Shaft.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right.
You could drive a whole military convo into it. It's not a crack.
So shooting shit up other people's asses. Let's get back to that.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Now this last one. This is a serious one, and I'm saying this not to gross people out, but this SOB deserves more than he's getting, and I hope he does get it. I don't even want. I can't even bring myself to read it, and I'm not even joking. Who doesn't get?
I'll say it.
I hate him.
Satanist Norma Jean janitor sentenced after putting poop and bodily fluid in kids' school food. That's an everyday thing, at
Ew.
School. Because go ahead, Sam.
Well, because they gotta work that fucking political angle. They bring up the Satanist thing. Satanism has nothing to do with poisoning people's food with bodily fluids. This guy's just a fucking sicko.
Yeah. We're good people.
Yeah, and their whole thing was, see, here's what they got around the self-identified Satanists. So what they're insinuating is that he made a big deal. He identified it as being part of his personality, a part of who he is. I don't think, and I'm not a Satanist, but I would like to think that they wouldn't do this.
No, they wouldn't. They're generally speaking, if you're talking strictly like LaVeyan Satanism, which is a very organized thing, right? No, they don't go out of their way to harm people who don't fucking have it coming. They will harm you if they think you have it coming, but
zero.
They're not going to hurt kids at all.
Yeah, mostly they just bitch about nativity scenes.
Mostly, yeah.
I mean, sure, but that's just on the surface. When it gets down to the nitty gritty of it, they simply experience no remorse for harming people worse than they are.
Yeah,
think about that.
They also, I mean, to be
they
fair, they
personally
also
decide.
won't help you unless they think you deserve it. So
Yes.
Yeah,
No, it goes,
it's a misunderstanding of it. People, it's their fault because they took Satan as their like deity to say that we're against kind of what the Christian, Catholic. Oh, I'm so sorry for everything.
we're just
I
trying
do.
to piss off the Christians.
Yeah, they're essentially, and that made them a target. Like you can't if I pick a freaking big dick as my fucking goddamn representation, then I can't bitch if people joke about my organization being gay, right? It's the thing. They chose it. So they have to accept that people are going to think they're bad, even though that's not what the religion's about. So
no, it's the very organization itself runs on kind of utilitarian sociopathic wavelength. And I mean that in a pure sense, like, what's good for me, right? And poisoning kids is not good for anybody, right? So this is not a thing that they would do.
Right. See what they got him on. 2nd degree official misconduct and 3rd degree possession of child sexual abuse material. That's all he got. That's all he's being charged with. Aggravated assault. That's a felony. That's a big one. Endangering a child's welfare. That's also.
is he wearing eyeliner? Well, he's
Yes.
a Satanist. Of course,
Yes,
he's wearing
he is.
eyeliner.
and is he really a Satanist, or is he also, because it also has become
He's
where you
wearing
have people
eyeliner.
No, but that could also be somebody LARPing as it. Like I said, you have a lot of people that are all, I'm a Satanist. And so have you ever read the so-called Satanic Bible? Well, no.
Try not to.
They
Or
just want
any
to.
of the other things. Like LeVay published, I think, 5 books, and the Satanic Bible is just one of them, right?
Yeah, so
Anything else that the dude's written, I mean, if you just walk around wearing black clothes, guy liner, and a fucking pentagram,
and saying
that
I'm a
doesn't make
Satanist.
you a Satanist. That makes you a poser.
Exactly.
Doesn't this guy kind of look like Elijah Wood?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. If Elijah Wood was prone to some truck stop activities.
So he's
if
not
Elijah
the good
Wood
son.
took wood from Dermy, he wouldn't have his own wood.
Yeah.
Split open.
Yeah, but that's the thing, Aaron Laurie. He can identify one as all he likes. That's the thing about identifying as something. It doesn't make you the thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you don't get to identify yourself. You're actually identified by the people you associate with.
Yeah, it's like these people are all like, I'm transgender. So do you have gender? Have you been diagnosed with gender dysphoria? No. Do you, live your life as the opposite sex? Well, every once in a while, then you're not transgender. You're a fucking asshole who's LARPing as somebody who might have a legitimate mental illness. It's the same, comes from the same place.
Well, this guy is past. He's past mental illness. Look, I'm very effing sick in the head. This dude put poop in their taco meat. He teabagged the bread.
I mean, that bread had it coming. I was there. I saw it. The bread was asking for it.
Mixed the spray. I mean, just mix the spray in the cucumbers, spits in the cucumbers, and spray some. This guy is, he's he should be in a mental institution.
It was funny in The Help.
We don't have any of those. Right?
Kind of was.
Yeah, that's a good movie. I read that book like a while back before the movie like really blew up.
Yeah, shit was funny and waiting too.
Oh, yeah.
Don't fuck with the people who prepare your food.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna, as somebody who works in a restaurant, we don't really do that often.
Oh, shit.
But
don't
no,
be that.
We really don't. We really don't.
Be that dude that makes it happen.
No, we don't really do that. We're actually insanely hard on cleaning and our sanitary stuff. Wear gloves every time we touch any food that's going to go out to people. It's people. Yes. People are. It's fear that makes people think that. But no,
we know. Wink, wink. No, yeah.
I will be right back. I'm going to grab something to drink so we can get started.
Yeah. Welcome in, Beak. Good to see you. I do want to touch a little bit on this. There are other sects that would do something like this.
Yes, I'll have sex with you.
They sects with a T
I'll do it with any kind of tea you want, baby.
But there are other organizations that would absolutely do something like this out there. But anything that's associated with like the official Church of Satan wouldn't do that. They don't even really believe in Satan as an actual entity. It's just the symbol they use to piss people off, right? They're humanists. They're very self-involved. And most of them, I will grant you, most of them are dickheads. Most of them are completely self-absorbed assholes, but they're not evil. You know.
Zephyr gets it. She says butt sex.
Yeah. Near enough.
Right.
Now those Temple of Set motherfuckers, I wouldn't put it past them, but yeah.
The Thoogies. Them guys, they do all that shit.
Yeah, but I just kind of want to clear that up a little bit, because like you hear the word, and of course, you know, in the culture that we live in with its history and all that shit, everybody automatically jumps to devil worshiper. There are devil worshipers. There are people who worship dark entities. These guys are not them.
They worship you though, don't they? You're a dark entity.
No, they deny my existence too, man. They're essentially atheists who place themselves in the hole where the faith in a deity would be.
Yeah, there are people who worship me. That's true. Unfortunately, they're really ugly. I don't got many good, pretty worshipers.
Right.
All righty. So we've got everything going. Are you guys just about ready?
Yeah.
Anybody need to do anything before we get started?
Real quick, before we do, Zillich says you're defending them a bit too much there, buddy. It's like ignoring wokeism, and it becomes something much worse, I think you meant to say, than it needs to be. I hear what you're saying, though. So part of the reason that I do that is because the media does this thing where they portray all things that are, you know, on the pagan side of the spectrum as either Shirley MacLaine, crystal loving, you know, hippies with not a thought in their fucking head, right? You know, chasing fairies and fucking astral traveling and all that shit, but complete idiots. Or they depict them as, you know, human sacrificing sacks of shit who wear too much makeup.
Right? Sir, who are you referring to as a complete idiot?
Shirley MacLaine.
That makes sense.
And it's just the fact is that's actually not true. They do, the people like that do fucking exist on both sides. But you know, it's just been a matter of being fucking made to look like shit in the media for fucking ever. It gets irritating, you know. So that's it. That's all I got. Anyway.
Anyone else?
Yeah. What we need is some donations.
All right, it is time to get started. All right, so tonight's quiz, this is Knight's World Quiz, Volume 1. So tonight is about things that go on all around the world. There's no trick questions, there's no gotchas or anything like that. This is straight up trivia. I scoured the internet looking for you know, interesting facts. I kind of wanted to balance it a bit because I do want it to be a periodic series, so I didn't want to hit it with all the good stuff at once. Okay. You know, but I still at the same time wanted to make it entertaining, a little challenging, but balanced. I have a feeling that a couple of you are probably going to have an easier time with this than others, and that's not because the rest of you are dumb. It's just some of you are into certain things.
I did a show on that.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Let the torture begin.
Do you have bunny ears on?
Nope.
Sir, I have no idea what you're talking about. The things have been continually getting weirder since I sat down here.
Yeah, every time we do these things, like, what the hell?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me see. All right, here are the categories. So first we have the golden question, which is worth 5 points, right? Then we go into the first part, which is mysteries of the world. Second part is strange laws 2025. The third part is locations. Fourth part is world leaders, and of course, fifth part is the bonus 5, which is from the Guinness Book of World Records. I went and bought the 2025 edition of it. So that's 2 points each. Alrighty, here we go. First, the golden question. If you're old enough, you've probably heard someone say, "I'll be there in a jiffy." How long is a jiffy? Let's start with Nomi. Nomi, how long is a jiffy?
1 trillionth, 8,000th, 1 billionth of a second. None of the above. My gosh, a second? A jiffy for me, when I say like I'll be there in a jiffy, yeah, I'm gonna be there in an hour. And honestly, it really does depend, like the social environment, who it is really. If it's, say it's Tabitha, like, oh my gosh, like, okay, I have to be there like 5 minutes, like no more than that. But if it's like, Devil, I'll be like, hey, I'll be there in a jiffy. Yeah, you're gonna have to wait for like 30 minutes, so get yourself a nice cold drink. Now, if it's for Glenn Powell, I'll be there in 3.5 seconds. Like I will be
1
there.
trillionth of a second.
Yes, so 1 trillionth of a second.
I'm just glad I'm on the list.
That's your answer, 1 trillionth of a second?
Is that squashes? Like mine would be.
I don't know what her answer is yet. She never.
I said none of the above.
Right. I thought the rest of that was you talking yourself into a different answer, but okay.
So you're saying E, none of the above?
Yes.
Okay.
Welcome in, Amira.
Hey.
Hi.
Okay. Sasquatch, what's your answer?
I'm gonna go with B because instead of saying of a second, it says to F a second.
It sure does. And I left that in on purpose. At least somebody caught it. Sam?
I've only ever heard this used in nonsensical terms. I didn't think it was a real measurement. So I'm going to go with E, none of the above.
All right. Devil?
Yeah. I'll go with E. Yeah, because God, I have no clue.
Okay. Clifton?
I'm going to go with A because I have absolutely no idea, and that comes first.
All right. Amira, what's your answer?
It's just a figure of speech, so I'm gonna go with E.
E. All right, let's get those chat answers.
We have Zillage for E. Oklahoma Outlaw for E. We have Old Blindy for E. Cavateno for E. Let's see. Jesus, young God. I'm not reading that. Charles Darwin for E, unless it's a woman. Come back next week. Aaron Laura for E. Jacob Gallo for E. Lepo says B. Beak for E.
Wait, Jacob said E?
Yeah, Jacob said E.
Okay, and Lepo said B?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And then Beak said E. And I think Zephyr says B. And I think that's everybody.
Okay. The answer is A.
Yeah.
Huh. That's so weird. I've never heard that used as a scientific measurement in any way.
No, but I when I saw none of the above, I was thinking, okay, that. But then I was like, okay, there's no way. It has to be one of the other four.
But I still say F a second.
All right. And Clifton, you were worried about like not being able to win.
Yeah, you're already ahead. You got 5 points.
Nice. That's more than I had last time combined.
No, you had more than that. I think you had like 6.
The Germans might win.
All right. Let's see. Oh, and by the way, just so you guys know, I know Suka isn't here, but he sent me a photo of that Muslim lady that threw that rocket at Tesla and she got caught. And he was like, "Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you ask Amira why she threw this into Rachel's car?"
So pissed.
And the best thing is the lady was dressed and from head to toe like a ninja, and she still got caught. Like well after the fact.
Well, she probably tweeted about it on X.
or she's just a really shitty ninja.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Well, see, they picked the worst cars to try to attack because these cars actually have cameras and watch you.
Yeah, they do. Amira, you're gonna get a Tesla, ain't you?
Larry, can you continue the show? Just continue.
The AI talking to me like it's trying to scrump.
Okay. Here we go. Next one. What is the mystery of Skinwalker Ranch? Is it A, ranch owners were reportedly killed by a group of men whom the owners refused to sell the ranch to? A year later, after the men had disposed of the bodies and took possession of the ranch, they were found dead by a neighbor who claimed to see spirits that resembled the previous owners disappearing. B, the Native American Navajo tribe cursed the land, unleashing shape-shifting spirits across the area of their enemies. The Ute, I guess, or is it C? None of the above.
It's the Ute.
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 All right, let's start with you, Amira.
Hold on.
Okay, let's go.
Sam, is B true?
Yeah, I'm not a member of either of those tribes.
Nice try, cheater. Amira, what's your answer?
What is the mystery of Skinwalker Ranch?
Yes.
Let me see. I would say B.
Okay, Sam.
I mean, given that that's what a skinwalker is a kind of shape-shifting spirit, not unlike a loup-garou or a werewolf, I'm going to go with B, but I don't know for sure.
All right, Clifton.
I have no idea how honest the show is, but I believe they mentioned B. I don't remember, but I'm going with B.
All right. Nomi.
B.
Sasquatch.
C.
All right. Devil.
I'll go with C.
All right. And let's see what's in the chat.
Zillage for B. Cavateno for C. Beak for B. Jacob Gallo for B. Charles Darwin for B. Zephyr for B. Rock E. Shepherd for A and B. Old Blindy for B. Joker for B. Jan God for C. Aaron Laura for C. And LePo for A.
Okay, let's see. The answer is B.
Well, that's why you were so disappointed that we all answered B. You just hate it when we win, don't you?
I wasn't disappointed.
Right.
Yeah, you were. You were like, "Oh, okay, great."
So this is
now. What do you say?
I was writing.
Yeah. This is a bit of a this is one of those things where some really horrible things happened there. Then later the stories of the Ute tribe were added to make it more mysterious. There's really no mystery of Skinwalker Ranch, to be honest. It's not a mystery. We kind of know what happened. A bunch of people got killed. Everybody denied it.
I thought it was like a brothel or something. You know, I'd heard of it before, but I just thought it was a brothel. It's like, okay, well, I guess Skinwalker's better than Sinwalker. I guess. Anyway, next one. The two English princes in the tower were last seen alive in autumn of 1483. Their sudden disappearance sparked rumors that they were murdered by order of their uncle. Another rumor is that they somehow escaped the tower and managed to live a full life. What were their names? Is it A, Richard III and Henry Stafford, B, Charles Stewart and James Francis Edward Stewart, C, Edward V and Richard, or D, Frederick Lewis and George Augustus? Clifton, let's start with you.
What tower? They kind of left half the story out. What are we talking
No,
about?
I know the story.
Obviously, the Tower of London.
Yes. Oh crap! Are we asking about the two children?
Which of the-
Their names?
Yes.
Okay.
Which two on this list? Which two do you think it was? A, B, C, or D?
I'm going to go with D.
With B?
D.
D? All right. Amira?
You're muted.
Yeah, she doesn't want you to hear this part.
Sorry about that. I know that one was a junior, so it has to be A or C. Because one was a junior, and then the other one, because one of them was set to be king.
Amira, you cannot.
Okay. Sorry.
Give answers.
I didn't give an answer. I'm
No,
guessing.
but you're going into explanations. That gives other people ideas.
Okay. Sorry. Richard the Third or Edward.
You have to give at least one answer.
Okay, wait. Okay, what is there like a rush or something? Or you guys gotta go somewhere? Or what? Wait.
I'll come back to you.
No, okay, C. I'll go C. I'll just say C.
All right, Nomi.
C.
Sam.
No idea. I'll go with A.
All right, Sasquatch.
D.
All right, Devil.
I know half those assholes are called Edward or Richard, so I'll go C.
All righty. And let's see what's in the chat.
It's actually funny because Devil's real name is Richard.
I didn't know that
Shut
until
up,
now.
Nomi.
Thank you.
Shit.
Because the nickname for Richard is Dick.
Is that why Dermy likes you so much?
He does like Dick.
That's why all the ladies like me.
It's the ladies.
Anywho, we got Carrie for C, Zephyr for B, Charles Darwin for B, Zillage for D, Caviteno for D, Aaron Laura for C.
Wait, Zillage.
Joker.
Zillage was B. You lost me. Zillage was
Zillage
B.
No, he was D.
Okay. After that,
Caviteno had D. Aaron Laura for C. Joker for B. Rock E. Shepherd for B. Beak for A. Jacob Gallo for A. Old Blindy for C. LePoe for B. Let me double check something. Because Rock Shepherd answered twice. The second answer was a C, not a B. So, and real quick, yeah, if you can put it in the chat real quick, Charles Darwin, yeah, you can change your answer. But it's got to be soon because that's everybody. If I see his answer come up as a different thing, I'll let you know.
okay. The answer is C.
I knew it. Yes. Because if it wasn't C, it was definitely A.
Yeah. Come to think of it, Richard III actually grew to adulthood and led his nation. So
Yeah. All right, next one. This pirate's treasure went missing after their death during a battle against a British lieutenant. People have searched far and wide for the treasure, but to this day, the treasure has not been found. Who was the pirate? Was it A, Blackbeard, B, Calico Jack, C, Anne Bonny, or D, Francis Drake? Sasquatch, let's start with you.
D.
I didn't think Francis Drake became a pirate. I thought he was a privateer.
Shut up. I just want the D.
D. All righty. D for Devil.
Oh, come back to me. Shit.
All right. Nomi.
Blackbeard. A.
All right, Sam.
I'm going to go with B, Calico Jack.
All right. Clifton.
I'm going with A.
All right. Amira.
A.
Alrighty, Devil.
Knowing a lot about pirates, because I actually do, I'll go with B.
B. All right, chat.
All right. Carrie for D. Caviteno for B. Charles Darwin for A. Old Blindy for A. Zillage for C. Jacob Gallo for A. Zephyr for A. Aaron Laura for C. Joker for A. Beak for A. Lepo for D. And that is everything that I have in the chat right now.
All right, The answer is A. Blackbeard.
Are you sure? Because I thought Blackbeard
coming in
retired as
handy.
Edward Teach.
No,
He died in the battle.
No, he died. I died in battle, but his treasure is off. They think is buried off the Florida coast, but
Well, I know they
South
never found his treasure, but he did
Georgia.
retire for a while in like
Or-
Martha's Vineyard.
his name
Or-
was Edward Teach. That's always was his name. He went by Blackbeard as to make people scared.
Yeah, he was a dude who would put like lit fuses in his beard that looks
Yeah,
scary.
dude. I mean,
Yeah.
he looked
To
like a
have
freaking
smoke.
monster.
All right, next one. Let's see. Doop. The identity of Jack the Ripper has been one of the world's greatest mysteries until recently, when an English historian / author claimed that Jack's identity was revealed via DNA from a victim's shawl. What is reportedly Jack's identity? Is it A. William Oliver, a local doctor, B. Alexander Smith, a shop owner, C. Thomas Martin, a blacksmith, D. Aaron Kosminski, a barber, or is it E. None of the above? Sasquatch, I'm sure you did a show on this. What's your
I
answer?
did several because there are several suspects that can kind of ring the same bell. But I have one consideration here. Wasn't Alexander Smith the butcher? He did own a shop. It was a butcher shop.
Okay.
I'll go with B on this one because I mean it kind of depends on what source you actually read.
Okay. Amira?
Because he sounds knowledgeable, I'll follow him. B.
Alrighty. Devil.
I'll go. I'll go B. I'll follow suit.
All right, Sam.
I think I remember hearing something about D. Aaron Kosminski, but I don't think. I mean, it's just a claim. They didn't definitively prove anything.
So D.
Yeah.
All right, Nomi.
D as well.
Clifton.
I am going with B.
B. All right.
No,
Chat.
D. D.
Sorry.
He wants the D.
All right. Chat.
Carrie for D. Aaron Laura for D. Charles Darwin for A. Old Blindy for D. Caviteno for D. Brock E. Shepherd for D. Zephyr of Vauxhall for A. Or just Zephyr. I said the whole name this time. Jacob for D. Zillage for E. Lepo for D. Beak for D. Joker for C. And I think that is everything else. Also, Young God, you know, if you don't like the game, that's fine, but you don't sit around and talk shit about it the whole time either.
He doesn't have anything better to do. he's engaged.
I mean, it's cool. It's cool. I'm good with it. I'm just don't be surprised if I fucking ignore you.
I mean, there might be somebody around with a feeling somewhere. It's just not me.
All right. The answer is, in fact, D. That is the latest. That is the latest claim from this doctor, from this English historian, is that the DNA from the shawl was ran, and that there was sperm on the shawl, and the sperm was ran all the way back to Aaron Kosminski.
Dang it,
That's the play.
Sasquatch. Why don't you like study better? I
Hold
followed
on.
you.
Which specific victim are you speaking of? A single shawl of a single victim, none of
He
which
didn't say.
actually verified
He didn't
as
say. And that and you get
Mary-
yelled at. That's why I keep telling you guys, don't say, well, I think it's D because I saw this, this, and this. You see, Sasquatch just got picked on by
I was
our
on a
vampire.
roll.
Go
I
for
was
it.
on a roll.
It's
I was
fine.
winning.
My point is that as far as location, availability, skill set, and strength, the one that's most likely to have done it is the butcher, the shop owner. And I can't remember if his name was Alexander Smith, but
Well, that's the prevailing assumption for years, is that it was the butcher. That's what I've always heard.
he was there.
Yeah.
Well, again, there's still a bunch of other things. Like I said, they never definitively proved any of this stuff. This is still circumstantial evidence, what he's talking about here. So,
yep. All right, next one. The location of this leader's tomb remains a mystery. Why? The slaves tasked with burying him were killed to keep the tomb a secret. Then the killers, they were killed by an infantry unit who then committed suicide. So is it A, Attila the Hun, B, Genghis Khan, C, Alexander the Great, or D, Ramesses the Eighth? Ramesses is ramming your butt. Any of them. Nomi, you're first.
Genghis Khan.
You said that.
Didn't do that right.
I'm so glad I came back when Larry threatened to ram butts. That's just great.
Sam.
I think it was C, Alexander the Great.
All right, Amira.
I don't think Genghis Khan had slaves, so
Oh,
probably.
yeah, he did.
Oh, he did.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
Sam, I just told you don't do that.
No, I needed the help. Oh my God.
No, but you're not supposed to do that.
I'll say A.
All right, Devil in a blue dress.
Oh God. Let's go Genghis Khan. B.
All right, Clifton.
I'm going with Genghis Khan.
All right, Mr. Sasquatch.
Khan!
I knew you were gonna do that.
Someone did it right. Someone had to do it.
All right, Sam. What's the chat? Sam, did we lose it?
He's
Yes,
Sorry, I was
turned.
glitching
Oh,
out for
there
a
he is.
second. I just, yeah.
Sam. Okay, now we
So
can.
yeah, you did for a second.
Bye.
Anyway, we have. Let me double check, make sure I'm starting at the right place. We have Cavateno for B, Carrie for A, Aaron Laura for B, Rusty Rivers for D, Charles Darwin for C, Joker for B, Zillage for C. Carrie's correcting himself. He's going with D. Zephyr for A. Jacob Gallo for C. Zephyr for B.
You said his
I guess
name wrong.
people
It's Yaku.
I don't have that accent. I mean, I'm sorry.
He said Zephyr for B.
Yeah. We have Lepo for D. Beak for B. Old Blondie for B. Rock E. Shepherd for B. And Scully's heading out. Have a great night.
All right. The answer is B, Genghis Khan.
Oh my gosh, I only got one wrong throughout this whole quiz.
Attila the Hun died of a
here.
nosebleed. Alexander the Great's body was stolen by several different people in parts, probably. Ramses has never been discovered, although his tomb has never been discovered, although we might have his body laid up somewhere if we look hard.
Yeah, and Sam, it's Yakub.
Yeah, I heard it the first time, dude.
But I couldn't resist the pile on. Anyway. All right. Next one, strange laws. All right. In 2025, it is illegal to only own one guinea pig. Why? Since they are considered to be social animals, only owning one of them is considered animal cruelty. Cruelty. Now, what country is this law in? Is it A, Switzerland, B, Hungary, C, Latvia, or D, Malta? Sam?
It sounds like a very Swiss thing, so I'll go A.
You got me.
Sasquatch?
You straight got me, bro. I've never even considered this, but this sounds Latvian. See.
Okay. See. Amira?
A, Swiss.
Okie doke. Clifton?
I'm going with C.
C. Okie doke. Devil?
Oh God, I don't know. I know in Ecuador they eat guinea pigs and they come in a 2-pack. So,
So it's legal. It's legal.
They come with a pop top, just staple it to his head.
I'll go Switzerland. Shit, I don't know.
All right. And Nomi?
That sounds like Switzerland, like all over it, because they're very neutral on shit. So, yeah, they take into animals' considerations on their feelings. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Sam, chat.
Zillage for A. Rocky Shepherd for A. Charles Darwin for B. Aaron Laura for A. Carrie for A. Zephyr for A. Cavitino for A. Jacob Gallo or Yakub for A. Lepo for D. Old Blindy for A. Beak for A. And I think that's everybody.
Alrighty. The answer is A.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
I
Nomi's
am.
in a row. This happened the last time Nomi was on too. She started beating everybody.
You're so weird. And oh my goodness.
Well, it's not weird to have knowledge, Amira. Shut up. and I'll be honest. I honestly didn't know about this one. I said it's like this sounds like Switzerland.
Talking to like that, Nomi? Who are you talking to? You said, Nomi, I haven't seen you in the longest. I already have a bone to pick with you. Okay?
Because I almost fucking died, Amira. Shut up. Okay.
Well, it's not an excuse.
Yeah,
It actually was an excuse. It actually legitimately was an excuse. So yeah.
Late night YouTube, y'all.
Amira's the kind of person where you could die and she'll go to your cemetery and give you a lecture on how you should have asked her first before you kicked the bucket.
Did you say sedimentary? Did you say sedimentary? I heard you say sedimentary.
Cinnamon-tary.
I heard that.
Not the cinnamon-tary, not the cinnamon.
Oh no.
Here's the next one.
Cinnamon rolls.
Next one. In the name of children's safety, this country requires parents to choose their children's names from a pre-approved list. Names like Strawberry and Nutella were outlined as unapproved names. Is it A, Norway, B, Slovakia, C, France, or D, Portugal? Sam, let's start with you.
I mean,
it should be America.
It should be everywhere, but it's I'm gonna go with I think Norway A.
All right, Nomi.
This is totally a France thing. So Nutella, what other country besides France is like obsessed with Nutella? On this list, at least.
So you're saying C?
Yeah, C.
Okay. Sasquatch.
I'm going with A, Norway. They're all assholes.
All right. Amira.
C.
Okay, Clifton.
I am going with C as well.
All righty. Dev ill.
What did Nomi pick?
Oh my god. I said France, C.
Yeah, me too. Isn't that funny?
All right.
What a random happenstance.
Oh no,
All
actually,
right.
wait. No, wait, 1 second. You said that there is a list of pre-approved names.
Yes.
If it were Franz, it wouldn't. Does Idris count? Okay, all right. I'll leave it. I'll leave my answer as C. I'll just
Sam,
leave it.
Sam, chat.
All right. We got Rocky Shepherd for A. Lepo for A. Zillage for B. Jacob Gallo for A. Beak for C. Charles Darwin for C. Cavateno for C. Aaron Laura for D.
Hold on,
Old
stop for a second.
Blindy
All right. And you said Aaron Laura for D, and then Old Blindy.
for A.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? Young God's gonna roll D for the big win, big D.
All right.
Before you give the answer, Larry, go check out Rumble.
Your mama checks out Rumble.
Well, I can't because I've got the thing up. I can't go check out Rumble.
Oh,
That's why
Sam
I have.
can.
okay. I tried to pay you off.
But
Hold on.
let's see. Are there any answers on Rumble, Sam?
No, it's there's a what appears to be a JD Vance GIF.
Oh Lord. All right. I'm gonna give you guys the answer. The answer is C, France.
Yo! Oh my gosh.
Oh, shut up, Nomi. Shut up.
Me and
Don't
Nomi
be
are so
m-
good at this.
Shut up, devil. Get off.
Well, everybody's just saying shut up. Hey, why don't we all just have Dermy come on so we can all just take turns telling him to shut up? How about that?
Because I don't want to see his bald gay head. That's why.
I'm just spelling abacadabra, but nobody noticed.
Tell his head to shut up. All right, next one. All the answers below are real laws, but which one is illegal to do in Florida on Thursdays after 6 p.m. in public? A, honk your horn near a sandwich shop. B, you cannot wear slippers. C, place a corn in your ear. D, fart. Or E, none of the above. Amira, let's start with you.
How
Shouldn't
is
we
E
start with
a
Nomi?
valid law? You
No,
said
don't
all
start with me.
all the below are real laws. How is none of the above a real law?
Right. I was going to be my argument. Thank you for breaching it.
Because it
Okay.
could be a trick question.
Oh, okay. So you're saying okay. I see what you're saying. Okay, I will say. Hold on. After 6. Okay, I will say A.
Okay. Sasquatch.
E.
Alrighty. Clifton.
I'm going with A.
Alrighty. Devil.
Come back to me.
He's waiting.
No. You're waiting for me. You have to go.
He's Googling.
Dude, I
Sam.
know I didn't even fucking listen to the question because I was just gonna go with whatever Nomi said.
Hold on, Sam.
Exactly. You go.
Now you lose.
B, whatever.
All right, Sam.
I'm gonna go with D.
All right, Nomi.
I think it's gonna be A because they're pretty, they're a bunch of retired people. They want to enjoy their sandwich in peace.
But they do want to pull a coin out of your ear.
All right, Sam, I need the chat.
All right. We've Cavateno for E. Zillage for D. Charles Darwin for A. Beak for A. Jacob Gallo for A. Aaron Laura for B. Rocky Shepherd for E. And Lepo for C. Oh, and Old Blindy came in last second there with E.
Blah, blah, blah.
All righty. The answer is D.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can't fart in public in Florida
How
after
can-
6 p.m. on Thursdays.
How can they?
Clearly,
enforce that law?
they've never been to Walt Disney World or Universal Studios or Gatorland for that matter. So
But how do you enforce
Gatorland.
the law? Like, how do you enforce that law? I mean, farts sometimes don't even make noise. So how do you enforce it? Oh, somebody smells. Oh, you farted.
Well, you smelt it, you dealt it. Duh.
Oh,
It was a frame job.
It was
Real
obvious.
Whoever denied it supplied it. Whoever
Right.
blamed it claimed it.
Real quick before we move on to the next question, I think there's a delay or something in the interface there, Clifton. But for $2 Rumble rant from Clifton 3D, and I think this pertains to the previous question, if I'm correct. $2 for the right answer. Make C correct. So thank you,
right.
dude.
Next one. All right. All of the laws mentioned below are real, but which one is illegal in Oregon? A. Paying a psychic for their services. B. Hunting in a cemetery. C. Play pinball if you're a minor. D. Sleep in a cheese factory. Or E. None of the above. Clifton, let's start with you.
Jeez. I'm going with A.
Alrighty. Sam? Okay. Amira?
yeah. You're not allowed to pay for psychics. A.
Alrighty. Devil?
I'll go with B.
Alright. Sasquatch?
I was gonna go with B, but since Devil got it, I'm gonna say D. Sleep in the cheese factory.
Alright. Nomi?
Hunting in a cemetery. B.
Oh, just copying me. Jesus Christ. Think of shit yourself.
Shut up, devil.
Sam? Sam, are you back?
Not today.
Nope.
All right, so I guess I gotta do it. Let's see. All right.
I can do the chat for you if you want.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Caviteno says B. Zelich says D. Aaron Laura says D. Lepo says B. Charles Darwin B. Yakub B. Beak A. Or Blindy A.
Sorry, folks. Shit.
Oh, he's gone again.
You're fired.
No, I'm back.
All right. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Anymore.
The answer is C.
Oh, that sucks.
No one picked that. No one. No one.
No, I'm sorry. It's not C. It's B. I'm sorry. It's hunting in a cemetery.
You suck at this. Like I said, if I die and am reincarnated by a snail, that snail will also hate you.
All right. Sorry about that, guys. All right. Let's see. Yep. All of these laws are true as well. But in France, A, you can be naked in your car. B, can be fined for telling a man he has no balls. C, it is legal to marry a dead person if you planned on doing so before they died. D, it is against the law to get drunk at a pub. Or C, none of the above. Amira.
Thank you. A, you can be naked in your car.
Okay.
Is it legal?
Devil.
Come back to me. I need to think.
I know.
Clifton.
I'm going with A as well.
Alrighty. Is Sam back?
Yeah.
All right. What's your answer?
It's France, so I'm gonna go with C.
All right, Sasquatch.
If I'm not mistaken, they don't really have pubs, so D.
Alrighty. Devil.
I think I'll go B. The no balls. That sounds like something France would be
All
all
right.
upset about.
Nomi.
The A, be naked in your car because they like airing out their dirty laundry.
All right, Sam. Get the chat.
And I'm not talking about, you know.
Smell like a fish tank.
Yeah.
All right. We got Charles Darwin for B, Zillage for C, Aaron Laura for A, Jacob Gallo for A, Beak for A, Old Blindy for A, Lepo for C, Rocky Shepherd for C, Caviteno for A.
The answer, we circle them all. The answer is C.
Oh yeah, so Sammy was right about the French being French.
Woohoo!
He's like, yeah, the French,
Usually
they're
am.
gonna French. The French are gonna French. They are gonna French. Alrighty, next one.
What's up, Chairman?
Locations. Amira, you've lived in most of the places on this map, haven't you?
Yes.
I should have thought about that before I actually added this because you're probably gonna
Yeah.
know. All right, this road is also known as the Will Rogers Memorial Highway. Is it A, Route 66, B, Pacific Coast Highway, C, Blue Ridge Parkway, or D, Historic Columbia River Highway? Sasquatch, we'll start with you because you've done the show on it.
Not this one, actually. You got me on this one. Route 66. Hey.
All right, Nomi?
Will Rogers Memorial Highway. That'd be Pacific Coast Highway, I think.
All righty, Amira?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. A.
All right, Devil?
I'll go Blue Ridge. No.
I picked B. You want to copy my
D,
word?
go D. No, go D.
D. Okay. Let's see. Sam?
No idea, so I'll go with A.
Clifton?
I'm going with Route 66. Hey.
All right. Now, Sam, all I need is the chat.
And we've got Zillage for D, Charles Darwin for A, Jacob Gallo for D, Caviteno for B, Rocky Shepherd for A, Aaron Laura for D, Beak for B, Lepo for B, and Old Blindy for B.
Stop breathing, Nomi. I can hear you.
The undead does not like to be reminded that people breathe. No, I'm just kidding.
Can you really hear me breathing? I'm not even breathing.
Excuse you, Larry.
Ramona's there. Don't stop.
Hey, I love vampires, so I meant it as a compliment. With that said, the answer is A, Route 66.
Yeah, I knew that for sure.
Route 66. All right, next one. This location, set to be closed soon, is nicknamed the Gates of Hell, and due to the fact that the appearance of this, quote, Hell Gate has never been able to be explained, its creation has been blamed on Beelzebub. That means you, devil. A, the Beringer Crater. B, the Vredefort Crater, South Africa. C, the Darvana Crater in Turkmenistan. D, the Popigai Crater, Russia. Or E, none of the above. Amira.
C.
All righty. Nomi.
C.
All right. Devil. You should know this is your handiwork.
C.
All right, Sam.
I'm gonna go with the crowd on this one. C.
All right, Sasquatch.
D.
All right, Clifton.
I'm going with C.
All right, chat.
Why is everybody?
Lepo for C. I guess I don't know the answer. That's why. Lepo for C. Caviteno for D. Zillage for E. Charles Darwin for D. Aaron Laura.
Whoa. You said Zillage D.
Jacob Gallo for C.
Wait. You said Zillage D.
Sorry,
Zillage voted
Zillage
for E.
E.
Zillage is E. Okay, and then after that,
All right, so we got Charles Darwin for D. Aaron Laura for C. Jacob Gallo for C. Beak for
Yakub.
C.
wait, who for C?
Yakub.
Beak.
B. That's what I was looking for. Somebody started talking.
And Old Blindy for C. And
Yeah, Old
chairman of the
Blindy.
board went with H, which is not a choice on the
All right. The answer is C.
Yeah.
I'm just bothered that everyone knows where my gate is, fuckers.
All right.
There's another one
Next
in Cleveland.
Yeah. Next one. All right. This wonder of the world is the result of 3 tectonic plates diverging and leaving behind lava lakes, acidic springs, and a number of other things. It has been called, quote, the hottest place on the planet due to its geothermal activity causing temps in the area to reach 55 degrees Celsius or 131 degrees Fahrenheit. Is it A, Turpin Basin, China, B, Death Valley, California, C, the Kurguggle Islands,
Bless
or
you.
D, the Danakil Depression, Ethiopia. Sasquatch.
D.
All right, Amira.
B.
All right, Nomi.
Hold on. Oh, I hear my voice. I'm sorry. 131 degrees Fahrenheit. Holy hell. B, Death Valley. No. D. D.
All right, Clifton.
I'm going with Death Valley.
Death Valley. All right, Devil.
Oh shit. I will go. I will go D.
All right, Sam.
I'm gonna go with B.
All right,
I
now
can do
for
the
the
chat.
huh?
I can do the chat for you because Sam's connection is not that great.
Okay.
Zilage C. Charles Darwin D. Aaron A. Yakub B. Beak C. Old Blindy D. Rocky Shepherd C.
That everyone?
It is.
Okay. The answer is D. And you know the messed up thing about it is that it is called the hottest place on the planet. But I'm thinking that must be constant because Death Valley actually beat it by 4 degrees. No, 3 degrees.
Woohoo.
That's
Yeah,
the
that's what I was thinking.
yeah. Death Valley has the record.
I'm
But the
familiar
tectonic
with
plate.
most of them, and none of them have a freaking crater of volcanic gases eking out of their butts. That's
But
why I went.
the tectonic plates made me think Death Valley, California, because of the tectonic.
Real quick, Lepo's saying that we missed Lepo and Cavateno on that. Lepo had A and Cavateno had B.
Lepo had A and Capitano had B. Okay. They were wrong anyway. Next. A rainbow-colored mountain exists in this country and takes about 4 hours to scale. A, Uruguay, B, Argentina, C, Peru, or D, Bolivia. Amira.
Dang, I never even heard of that. I'll say D, Bolivia.
All right. Sam.
I'm gonna go with Uruguay.
All right. Clifton.
I'm going to go with C.
All right. Sasquatch. Sassy. Oh, he dipped. I mean, you muted. Nomi,
What was it? Peru. C.
Devil.
Sasquatch is still here.
Yeah, no, that he just muted. Devil.
I'm gonna go Uruguay.
All right. Sasquatch isn't back. Sam, the chat.
Real
Or
quick.
Amira, one of you.
First
can
of
do-
all, though, Ariel, we didn't skip your answer. Your answer was not one of the choices.
Yeah, you have to have the choice. All right, I'm going to the top just to make sure I don't miss anybody. Aaron, C. Zelich, A. Lippo, D. Charles Darwin, D. Beak, B. Caventino, B.
Hold on. I'm sorry. You said Charles Darwin was D,
Yeah.
and who after that?
Charles Darwin after that is Beak, B. Caviteno, B. Yakub, B. O'Blindy, C. And Rocky Shepherd, C. Yes, and Caucasian Sasquatch, C. Yes. But I thought he already said it. Oh, yeah, that's right. He was muted. Okay.
He was muted.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see.
Sorry.
No worries.
Congratulations.
The answer is C. Peru.
Let's go. Gosh.
Nice.
I knew it was either that or A. Fuck.
Feels good to be right, Devil. Feels good.
Did she
All
really
right.
say C? Oh, my God.
All of these questions are known for getting the least amount. All of these locations are known for getting the least amount of sunlight in the world, but this location is the darkest among them, with only getting 840 hours of sunlight annually. Is it A, the Faroe Islands, B, the Pitcairn? Sam, you have to help me with that one. Pitcairn Islands. Okay, so I was gonna pronounce it right. C, the Sark Islands. D, the Isle of Coal, or E, none of the damn above. Amira, let's start with you.
You know, it sounds like the place I need to be. I'll say A.
Okay. Sam.
A.
All right. Sasquatch.
Pitcairn Islands, B.
All right. Nomi.
A.
Okay. Devil.
Shit. I have no fucking clue. Never heard anything about any of this shit. E. Fuck, I don't know.
E. All right. Clifton.
D.
All right. So for the chat.
All right, we got Charles Darwin for B. Aaron Laura for C. Lepo, I don't know if that's you're just making fun of A or if you're actually answering that. So let me know. Oh no, Lepo said D. Okay, I got you. Ariel says E. Caviteno says B. Zillage for C.
Wait. Capitano says B. Zillage says C. Okay.
Jan God for E. Jacob Gallo for A. Beak for A.
Wait, Jacob Gallo for A?
Yes, sir.
And Beak is A.
Chairman of the board for A and 9/10. Rock E. Shepherd for C. Old Blindy for B. Let's see. GTGT for E. And I think that's, hold on, let me double check something real quick. You got Charles Darwin for B, right?
Yeah. Amira, I got you right.
You did. I was A.
Okay.
Okay,
With
that
that
should
said,
have been ready.
The answer is A.
Yeah, those are
How about
those
that,
are the
Norman?
islands that are up near like the top of Norway, right?
I prefer
It's between Ireland and Ireland and
tropical islands. Period.
yeah, it's a group of islands that get pitch black and stay that way.
I
All
need
right,
to move there. I need to go.
part 4, last part before the bonus 5. World leaders. Alrighty. Before his death, this world leader was declared public enemy number 1 and was abandoned by his allies. However, retribution would not be by their hands. The leader took his own life as his enemies closed in on him. Is it A. Hitler, B. Dobry Bozlov, C. Charles the First? Damn, spell check. D. I've been having problems with my keyboard all freaking day. D. Nero. Let's start with Nomi.
Oh, okay. Where's that? The world leader was declared public enemy. Oh. Duh. The one who actually led to like genocide by whole people. A.
All right, Sasquatch.
I like the way it sounds, so I'm going to pick B because I want to say Dobry.
Okay, Sam.
D. Nero.
All right, Devil.
I'll go with D2.
All right, Clifton.
I'm also going with the D.
All right,
Says you like the D, don't you?
Amira.
I see that Sasquatch likes the name Dobry. I just want a fun fact. Dobry actually means good in Bulgarian. Dobry. It means good. But
Means
I
good
will
at being bad.
good at being bad. I will say I don't know any other public enemy number 1 except Hitler. So I don't know. I know Nero. Well, Hitler didn't kill himself.
Yeah.
No.
Literally, papers just came out that kind of proved it.
All right, I'll just go with A then. I'll go with A then.
Oh, okay. Chat.
All right, we got Charles Darwin for D. Caviteno for A. Jan God for A. Zillage for A. Aaron Laura for A. Jacob Gallo for A. Lepeau for D. Chairman of the board for D. Beak for A. Old Blindy for D. Ariel for B. Rocky Shepherd for A. GT for A. And I think that's everybody.
All right. The answer is Nero.
Yep.
That was my second guess.
So Hitler was also not declared public enemy number 1 in his country either.
But Dobry is still funnier to say.
Yeah, that was the clue. That was my way of helping you, of telling you guys that it's not Hitler.
Huh. I freaked out and just picked an answer.
Yeah. And apparently he lived in Argentina till he was like 50 recently. They're saying anyway.
Yeah.
No, he did.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
My friend saw him.
Hitler?
Hmm?
You sure that wasn't one of the clones?
Yeah, they had schnitzel together too.
No, they have a whole village over there.
They should have strangled. I shouldn't say that. They should
What a
strangle him.
subject, man.
All right. Let's see. Next one. All these leaders killed their sons, but which one killed his son in a fit of rage during a confrontation caused by the leader beating the son's pregnant wife and causing her to miscarry? As his son died in his arms, the leader yelled, "May I be damned, I killed my son." Is it A. Ivan the Terrible, B. Philip II, C. Emperor Constantine, D. Peter the Great, or E. None of the above? Sasquatch.
I'm gonna say A because that just sounds like the way he'd roll.
All right, Nomi.
Can you come back to me? I'm actually not paying attention.
She's
Sure
gonna
can.
go with what Devil
Amira?
said.
Hold on, Amira?
I'm gonna say A because it sounds like a Russian thing.
All right. Sam?
A.
All right. Clifton?
A.
All right. Devil?
I agree. It sounds Russian, but I'm gonna go D. Peter the Great.
All right. Now, Nomi. Let's get the chat and I'll come back to you.
Okay.
Amira, you want to read the chat or?
Okay.
Ahorita te llamo. Let me see. Let me go to the top.
Charles is first.
Charles is first. Charles Darwin is C. Ariel is A. Zealage is E. GT is B.
Hold on, a little slower. A little slower.
Okay, where'd you stop?
GT.
GT is B. Caviteno A. Beak A. Yakub A. Lepo A. Or no, C. Lepo says C. Aaron A. 10th man says Spartacus. That's not an option. Chairman says C. Chairman of the board says C, I mean. And Old Blindy says A. And Rock E. Shepherd says B.
Yep. Also, Young God, is it racist? There have been no questions about Africa. Well, if more shit happened in Africa, there'd be more to talk about.
Well, if more people survived the shit that happened in Africa to talk about it, there'd be more information about
That's
it.
racist.
They also didn't write a lot of shit down. So
that is African, madam.
All right. The answer is Ivan the Terrible.
I didn't answer.
Sorry, Nomi.
Well, you lost anyway.
No, actually, I did pick Ivan the Terrible. I was like,
no, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
You did
no,
now.
I said I was going to answer that. I didn't say it because you guys didn't give me back the floor.
Well, you
That
should have
was
been
my
paying attention the
answer.
first time. Should have been paying attention.
You don't get to have any floor.
oh jeez.
See, that's your problem. You don't pay attention.
Dun, dun, dun.
This has to be.
It is my fault though. It is my fault because I forgot to go back to her.
We know.
This has to be the most contentious quiz that we've had so far, where everybody wasn't yelling at Larry.
Well, yeah, usually we unify against Larry and Jeff.
Oh, wait a minute. Now the last 2 or 3 we've had, you guys were not yelling at me. You actually liked it once I changed the
you
format.
did good. You did good, sir. That was way better than the other one.
The crazy one. All right, let's see. This queen eventually deposed her husband, who was famous for pulling out a box of toy soldiers and forcing the queen to play with him until 2 a.m. on their wedding night instead of consummating their marriage. Is it A, Isabella of France, B, Catherine the Great, C, Mary II, D, Empress Matilda, or E, none of the above? Nomi.
Told forcing the queen to play with him until 2 a.m. on their wedding night. And man, I hope that would sound like kind of like my marriage a little bit when I marry someone, but not like die. Toy soldiers, God bless. Mary II, Queen of England. Yeah.
All right, so Nomi says C, Devil.
Let's go Isabella, France.
All right. Sasquatch.
D.
All right. Amira.
Oh, Catherine the Great wouldn't have tolerated that crap. She, oh, yeah, no. She pulled out real soldiers to fight with, not fake ones.
No, she just took care of the horses.
I'll say C. Mary.
D?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Clifton.
Catherine the Great.
All righty, and Sam.
B, Catherine the Great.
All righty. Now I need the chat.
You guys are wrong. Catherine the Great would never. She would never tolerate that nonsense. There's no way.
She didn't.
Oh, hold on. I need to chat.
Okay, I got you. Oh, okay, go.
Ariel for B, Lepo for A, Cabateno for B, Old Blondie for F Shadoo. What? No, scratch that. Charles Darwin for B. Zillage for C. Beak for D. Aaron Laura for D. GTGT for C. Rocky Shepherd for C. Chairman of the Board for E. Old Blindy for D. Jacob Gallo for C. I think that's everything. Rocky Shepherd, are you changing your answer to A, or are you just like, which one is it? Is it C or A? Oh, let us know. Otherwise,
He
yeah,
does
that's all the
no.
Was his answer C?
The initial one
yeah,
was,
it was.
but then he put in or A after
E
that.
or A or B.
Okay. So the answer is Catherine the Great.
Yo!
Why are you? You said
I
C.
didn't say. I know. I
You
was
said
mad.
C. Like, I
She
did.
said it for me.
mad.
Yo!
She said it because Amira was wrong.
No, she read it wrong. She was thinking that she put up with that trash. She did not.
Here's the thing though. It was the catalyst that led her to depose him.
What?
He
Catherine
was-
the Great. She was. Oh my God.
She was great.
Not
When
as
he
in the
did
first
that,
Yeah,
one.
but she
when
didn't
he did
start
that,
out
he
great.
pissed her off.
She didn't
He
start
did
out
not what?
great. She got there later.
That's right. She did not. Not exactly great.
When
Did
he
she?
did that,
again, Larry,
it
you
pissed
said
her
she
off.
started-
When he did that, it pissed her off. It was the catalyst of her resentment towards him.
That was her villain arc. That's what started
Yeah,
her villain.
that's what started it.
Okay, got it.
How big of a homo was he, man?
He was
Hell,
inbred.
dude.
He was a young
Russian
kid.
czar. He was inbred. He probably had the mind of a 12-year-old.
Wasn't he related to the Habsburgs? Didn't he have the jaw?
They all
Pretty
did,
sure he
dude.
had
Probably.
the jaw.
All right,
Pretty
let's
sure he had the
next one.
jaw.
Next one. To test the loyalty and obedience of her critics, this queen made them eat pieces of chicken skin laced with tree poison, thinking that if they lived, they were loyal. If they died, then they were traitors anyway. So who cares? Is it A, Fredegund of Neustria, B, Queen Amanitor of Kush, T, Tuta, the Queen of Illyria, D, Queen Ranavalona of Madagascar, or
Sir, stop it. You did Tuta wrong. Tuta, the pirate queen of Illyria.
Okay, Tuta, the butt pirate queen of Ilaria. E, none of the above. Let's go, Clifton.
I'm going with D, the Queen of Madagascar.
All right, Sam.
No idea. So I'm just gonna guess B, because Kush literally means death of Hindus.
All right, Amira.
I mean, we could take away the juice boxes too if we're at it.
Mira.
What? E. I said E. I don't know.
But then what am I going to throw?
Nomi.
D.
D. All right, Sasquatch.
Fellow juice box chuckers of America. D, Queen of that one, the Madagascar.
Right. Devil.
I'll go B.
B. All right, Sam, the chat, or Amira, one of you.
Yeah, if Mira wants to do it, that's it starts with Zillage.
Well, thank you. Zealage, B. Charles Darwin, D.
Hold on, wait. Charles Darwin.
Start it, Larry.
Okay, D. Okay.
Zealage, B. Charles Darwin, D. Caviteno, C. Erin Laura, A. GT, C. Because it's a butt pirate move. Ariel, Lepo.
Wait, Ariel's what?
C. Ariel is C.
Okay.
Lepo is E. Chairman of the board says A. Beak says B. He always says B. Yakub says A. Old Blindy says D. Sorry. And Yon God says E. Let's go.
Alrighty. Let's see. The answer is Big D.
Was a wild guess.
Why would you?
Oh, that's Madagascar shit to do. Think about it. They poison tree bark. Think about it.
Yeah, but Kush is, surrounded by freaking jungles with poisonous shit in them too.
That's true, but the strychnine tree isn't that poisonous. It would take a bit. I'm not sure what she used, but it sounded serious.
They do like to move it.
You like to move it.
All right, next one. You see, Queen Mary of England is not the only grandmother of the now deceased Queen Elizabeth, but she's not only the grandmother of the now deceased Queen Elizabeth, but she is also famous among her people for A, blessing newlyweds with the old-time ritual of sleeping with the husband or wife or both for, well, good luck. The queen continued this practice until she had a pregnancy scare that for a time was swept under the rug, so to speak. B, Queen Mary was a klepto. She would stop by your home for a friendly, quote, visit, lock eyes with something she wanted. She would then say, caressing, she was supposed to say she was caressing your property with her eyes.
You can't read for nothing. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was by the time I was writing this, I was in a hurry. This was like an hour before we started. She would then say that she was caressing your property with her eyes, meaning she wanted, that was a prompt for her to get you to give her what she wanted. If that didn't work, then the queen would just snatch it when you weren't looking and leave. Or C, not washing certain areas of her body. The queen reportedly stopped by a noble's home for tea, crumpets, and good old-fashioned gossip until she left an hour later. That's when the noblewoman noticed a skid mark stain on her seat where the queen was sitting. Although the noblewoman did tell a few people, the matter wasn't spoken of until Queen Mary's passing. Amira, let's start with you. What do you think the answer is?
Ooh, let's see. She's also famous for. I don't think. Did she really sleep with newlyweds?
Are you asking us or yourself?
No, I'm just.
She's thinking out loud.
Quiet, please. Hold on. I'll say that she was stealing. B.
All right. Sasquatch?
A, because that shit's cool.
All right. Devil?
Just because I don't think you could make it up. I think she didn't wash her ass. See?
Oh, hell yeah.
Nomi?
Yeah, she didn't wash her. She's the fucking queen. She had people literally like, yeah, wipe my ass because you work for me, peasant, slave.
They weren't doing it very well.
Joke's on you. I'm into that type of stuff.
So you think it was C?
Yeah.
Okay. Clifton?
I'm going with C.
All right. Sam?
Because Larry likes to bring poop up a lot, I'm going with C as well.
All right. Chat answers.
All right. We've got Lepo for C. Ariel for B. Ariel for B with emphasis. Charles Darwin for A. Zillage for A. Cabateno for C. Beak for C. Rocky Shepherd for B. GT for B. Aaron Laura for B. Jacob Gallo for B. Old Blindy for C.
Alrighty. The answer is B. She was a klepto.
Okay.
Okay.
And I win again.
She probably didn't wipe the butt either.
She probably didn't wipe her head.
Real quick.
No, you guys know the reason why I said B? I said B because I believe that she thought that everything in her kingdom was hers and she could take things from other people and it doesn't matter because it's all hers.
What are you gonna do about it?
Right.
Who's gonna stop me, boo?
Real quick, before we go any further, Amir, you've got to dip out.
I do. I'm
Thank
sorry.
you for coming.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. And yes, Yon God, like a freaking communist. That's what she
Right.
was. Bye, everybody. Nice to
Bye,
see you.
Amira.
So we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
night.
Nomi, I hate you. I hate you, Nomi, by the way. I just
Stop that.
Well, I was actually gonna leave, but I was like, you know what? If Amira's coming, I'll hang out longer because, like, you know, we can
Yeah,
catch
she
up.
did
But
say that.
but now that you're
So
leaving,
this
I
she
was
totally
like,
abused you.
Yeah.
Nomi, are we gonna hold hands and go together?
Dude, we can.
You
Ooh,
want to?
lesbian shit. Cool.
Goodbye.
Shut up, devil.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye.
Amira.
We'll see you
Take
next time.
All right. It is time for the bonus 5. All right. Ready? Guinness Book of World Records. This storm holds the record for lasting the longest than any storm prior, leaving total devastation in its wake. Is it A, Beulah, 10 days, B, Ioke, 8.25 days, C, Freddie, 36 days, D, Nancy, 40 days, or is it E, none of the above? Sam, let's start with you.
No idea. Let's go with Nancy. B or D.
All right, Sasquatch.
See, Freddie.
All right, Nomi.
The storm holds the record for lasting long storms and invariably no station in its wake. E. I don't know.
All righty. Devil.
Because I'm a big fan of Porky's, I'm gonna go with A, Beulah.
All righty, Clifton.
I'm going with B.
All right, Sam. What's the chat saying?
All right. Let me know if I cut out too, by the way, because there's shenanigans going on. But Zillage for B. Got Charles Darwin for E. Old Blindy for C. Caviteno for B. Aaron Laura for D. Jan God for E. Beak for E. GTGT for C. Jacob Gallo for D. Lepo for C. Rocky Shepherd for A. Ariel for A because devil.
That's it.
And Abe for D. He's nuts.
Wow, Sam, that joke was so good back in 2018. Like
No,
I almost, I almost
did. Abby did. Abby, now you done pissed Nomi off.
All right.
Abby, I almost fell out of my chair from laughing. Oh my gosh, such a knee slapper.
Don't
right,
take it personally. Nomi's got something up her ass tonight.
So
Yeah.
No, I don't have anything up my ass. I'm
It might have been a
chill.
mirror.
I'm just chilling.
all
I
right.
haven't hung out with you guys in a long time. I can't give you guys hell. What the heck?
I want to give it to me,
Well,
baby.
we'll just call them love taps. All right. So the answer is C.
Wow.
Freddie.
Yeah, Freddy Krueger.
Freddie
What
got
record did?
An observation about Freddie. That thing tooled around out there between the Gulf and the Atlantic for like freaking month and never actually made solid landfall. It just washed absolutely freaking everything away along the coast.
Yeah. All right. What record did an Estonian woman set a few years ago? Did she A, set the fastest swim on the Cook Strait, New Zealand at 4 hours and 33 minutes and 50 seconds? B, set the record for the longest time swimming in a countercurrent pool at 45 hours. These are all real records, by the way. C, first person to ever kayak across the South Atlantic. She completed it in just under 63 days and 7 hours. Or D, did she swim 31 miles in 14 hours and 15 minutes near Miami, Florida, using a mermaid tail and nothing else, not even her arms. All right, Devil, let's start with you.
Come back to me. Shit. I don't know.
If you're gonna be doing that, I don't want to want you to do that. Clifton.
Jeez. I'm going with the D.
All right. Nomi.
Oh, a kayak. I mean, I'm kind of maybe it's gonna be B, because isn't Estonia landlocked? So it has to be B. So yeah.
Well, remember, she's Estonian. It doesn't mean she was in Estonia.
But where would she practice that for, like, going into the freaking ocean?
She could have moved. There's a number of things she could have done. She could have got a visa and went somewhere else.
What a way to represent your country. But I'm sticking with B.
All righty. Sasquatch.
D.
All righty. Sam.
C.
Devil.
Oh God, damn it!
His internet slow. His Google hasn't gotten the answer yet.
I guess B. I don't know.
Sam, the chat.
Caviteno for D. Zillage for D. Yes.
All right. Zillage.
Did you get Zillage?
Yeah. Is that it?
Shit. No, there's
Aaron
more.
Laura.
I flipped that. Where are you at?
I see Aaron Laura says B.
Yeah, that's I think quite a ways down from where I'm at. So yeah, you got Caviteno for D, Zillage for D, B for D, Lepo.
All right,
sorry,
Sam,
if you hear me swearing, it's because my shit. Devil, can you grab that?
Where were you at?
Lepo's B.
Okay.
Charles Darwin A, maybe. Jacob D. Aaron Lauer B. Ariel A. Rocky Shepherd B. Old Blindy C. GT C. And Aaron Lauer went with B. Okay.
She already did B.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
All righty. The answer is D.
14 hours in one of those fucking retarded ass freaking mermaid tails. Holy
no, it wasn't a mermaid suit. It was like a big fin tail that was made specifically for this trip.
Yeah, but I've seen those chicks who put the mermaid tails on, but they're fucking retarded. Like that makes it harder to swim.
It was not one of those things. This was like a technological fin.
Oh, do you mean those ones where it's like it goes like this and it's essentially like mimics a dolphin's tail?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That may probably made it easier. Okay.
Yeah.
I was all like, dude,
Okay.
Whatever.
Next one.
I hate
the It movie remake set a record for what? The highest grossing horror movie, grossing $701 million, $12,746 worldwide by 2024. B, the highest grossing movie series at, I think that's $2,250,924,388 by 2024. C, having the most unexplainable accidents on a horror movie set. D, none of the above. Or E, the movie never set any records. Nomi.
The movie said record for what? I don't think the movie set any records, so E.
All righty. Sasquatch.
I'm a little confused by D and E because if it's none of the above, can it be E?
I would accept either one as a if
Okay.
one of those is the answer. I would accept either one as the answer.
It did very well, but didn't crack records.
All right, Sam. Sam.
Sam's not here.
He's gone. Okay.
Yeah. He did say in the chat that he's going to abuse his router.
Yeah, but
All right.
those good things
Devil.
aren't going to help
He's
him.
gonna abuse something.
Devil.
Shit. I'll go with D/E because I don't think it got up to 700,000.
All right. Clifton.
I'm also going with E.
All right. Now I need the chat.
You want me to do that or you?
I can do it. Let's see. I think it starts with Lepo with C. Rocky Shepherd with C. Ariel with E. Village with E. Beak with E. Aaron Lauer with E. Jacob with D. Shay with E. GT E. We already had Rocky Shepherd. Charles Darwin goes with E. Abe with a DE. Old Blindy with E.
Okay. The answer is A.
Really?
Yep. And the highest grossing movie series, The Conjuring. And by the way, both of these records were set on the same day in 2024.
Well, okay. The reason why it was confusing was because not that I would say B, but you put highest grossing movie series. You need to put highest grossing horror movie series probably. Just because the highest grossing. No, on B.
Well, no, but that's what the record. That's what it said. Like what you're reading. Those aren't my words. That's directly translated from the record site.
So the difference here is the highest grossing single movie versus the series, the two movies combined.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying is since it didn't make horror, it's confusing.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense because it was a series. You know what I mean? Like it had a sequel, but that's the way Guinness wrote it. Like I literally just took what they said and transfer. I didn't change anything.
Guinness is retarded, is what you're saying.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Fair.
All right, next one. All the following records are true, but which one happened in July 2015? A man was pulled 1,909 feet while on fire after being on fire for 5 minutes and 41 seconds without oxygen. B, farthest run without oxygen and on fire at 893 feet. C, someone held the longest plank position for 9 hours and 38 minutes and 47 seconds. Or D, a pro surfer surfed one of French Polynesia's gnarliest waves while he was on fire. Devil, let's start with you.
Shit. Was planking freaking that many years ago? I'll go with C. I'll go with C. Yeah, but it hit its popularity in a while ago. I don't know. C.
Right. Clifton?
Going with C.
All right, Nomi?
Yeah, I think it was C because wasn't it? I think it was like that old retired Marine dude. But yeah, C.
Okay. And Sam is gone. So once again, he misses out. Devil, I went to you. Did I ask you?
Yeah, I said C.
Okay. And I got Clifton. The mirror is gone. I didn't. Is there anybody I missed? Oh yeah, Sasquatch. No, you went already, didn't you?
No. I like the D.
All right. Now I need the chat.
Charles Darwin A. Lepo C. Shay C. Zillage D. GT C. Aaron Lara C. Beak C. Old Blindy C. Jacob C. Rock E. Shepherd D.
Is it Jacob D?
Jacob C.
Okay. Thank you.
Shepherd D. Ariel says C. And Sam is back.
Yes.
So
Okay,
I
Sam,
believe that's so.
what do you think the answer is? What's your answer?
I'll just go with B.
All righty. The answer is D.
Okay.
You want to ask me how I knew?
You did a show on it.
Well, it was in one of the shows I did.
All right.
By the
What
way,
hap-
he's absolute Chad.
What happened on February 1953? The fastest light boat, 69 miles per hour, was created by an Italian powerboat maker. 14 men were saved by a horse and its rider after abandoning a sinking ship. 810 people were airlifted from flooded coastal areas in the UK. Or D, none of this happened. Clifton.
I have no freaking idea. I'm going with C.
Okay.
Real quick before we go any further, Devil, you gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start getting ready for the pub.
All right, we got one more. So he'll be. Oh no! Actually, I think this is the last one. Then I got a tally. Yeah, it is.
All right, I'll
Okay.
stick around if we go quick.
I mean, you can go if you need to. I mean,
Slave driver.
Sam can give you the answer. Sam.
Go with B.
All right, Nomi.
What happened? I'm gonna BS it. I'm gonna do A.
All right. Clifton. I went to you first. Did I say Clifton?
Yeah, I was first. I think I said C.
Right. Okay.
You just don't
Devil.
love me anymore. That's what
I'll
it is.
go B.
All right. Now I need the chat.
Let's see. Where were we? Oh, you're back. So
Lepo for C. Zillage for D. Aaron Laura for B. Caviteno for C. Rock E. Shepherd for B. Jacob Gallo for C. Charles Darwin for A. GT for D. Beak for C. Old Blindy for C. Caucasian Sasquatch for B.
All right. The answer is C.
Damn it.
And with that
Fair
said,
enough.
you guys can talk amongst yourself, and I will tally the answers. Give me a minute. I'll let you know who won.
It's totally
All right, Devil, if you want to go ahead and plug your stuff.
Yeah, I'll see you guys over at the pub here in 15 minutes. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, thanks for having me, and I will see you guys later. Bye.
Bye, Devil.
Yeah, thanks for being here, man. Yeah. All right. So, do this one last little thing to fucking fix the goddamn internet.
Why
I'm
don't
gonna
you
have
love me
problems this
anymore?
weekend. I just know it.
The last half of the show, he just stopped asking me my answers.
Oh, that's right.
Completely. Just I don't exist in your life anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll notice you
That is
with
what
bunny
it is.
ears back on.
Right. I have to let my hair down and put on some lipstick. Grow my beard back longer.
Right. I actually need to trim my beard. It's getting a little. Yeah. So you're probably
Your beard
braided into my chest hair.
Sam, your beard has always been ish.
Hey now.
Hay is for horses.
Cows eat grass.
Anyway,
I mean, can you really trim tentacles? Is that
you
that
can.
hard?
It's painful as shit, but they grow back.
It's
Oh,
like
okay.
getting a circumcision on each tentacle.
Yeah, use this little guillotine. It just nip the tip.
Ew.
You got to go to a moil.
I mean, if
Right.
you're hungry, I guess you could always make paella, right?
I suppose. I like to deep fry them and dip them in marinara sauce a little bit.
Straight calamari, baby.
Yeah. Does it count as cannibalism if it's parts of yourself?
Yes, in fact, it's got its own name. It's Otto something or other.
I'm gonna have to look that up. That might be a topic for an SITV down
That's
the road.
going to be great in your search history.
Like, it was just a toe, guys. I don't see why everybody's so upset. Oh, we're terrible people, and by that I mean me.
While we're waiting for Larry to get his tally up together, I'm gonna share this video, Sam. I think it'd be good. We haven't had this video in a long time.
Wait,
I haven't been here in a long time. Shut up, Sasquatch. I'm still talking.
Sam has no power here.
Sam has no power here. What do you mean?
His internet doesn't allow him to actually run StreamYards.
I mean, I can bring it up. She'll have to actually share it though, like the with the present button.
Yeah, man. I thought I saved it on Instagram. Oh well, let me check X real quick. But yeah, it's been a good minute since I've been here. I miss abusing you guys. I'm also getting really tired.
I can tell.
You can
tell?
You
didn't have quite enough fire in it when you were yelling at me. It didn't feel right.
Okay.
Oh, there's Larry.
As far as the people in
My
the chat,
ears, holy shit.
I want you to cough on me while we're talking. That's pleasant.
sorry about that. Sorry, Nomi. As far as the chat, there was a tie.
Ooh.
There was a tie. A tie with a score of 13 apiece. It is between Old Blindy and Beak. Both of them got 13. Followed by Jacob Gallo, who got 11. And then Lepo got 9. And Rock E. Shepherd got 10. And then it just drops down from there because people stop participating. Let's see. As far as the main board, the winner, not just on the panel, but overall, with a score of 20, is Clifton.
Holy crap. Because I got the first one, huh?
Followed by Sasquatch at 17. Nomi, you got 14.
Yeah.
Sam, I think you got 13.
If only I hadn't started by spelling abacadabra.
And Amira got 10. So who knows what she'd have done because she missed the whole double points. So who knows?
Also, I'm allergic to my bunny ears. These things are making my eyes poof up.
But no, she would have just to go even with Clifton. She would have had to have gotten all of the bonus 5. She would have had to get all of them right just to match with him. So yeah, Clifton is the overall winner.
Damn.
What had Devil do?
Devil, he got 7.
Oh, ouch!
Wow, I traded places.
Like a retarded nephew. It's okay, bud. I'll let you play the game. It's all right.
You ready, Sam? You ready to be? Like I said, we haven't talked about this in a long time. Just
I suppose as long as it's not like more like ring prices.
It's not.
Yeah, Sam, you got 11. That's what the score was. You got 11.
Who threw the cow?
He could still be alive.
Okay.
Wow.
So the eagle carries it away, high over the gorge.
Here comes the best part.
And then deliberately drops it. The impact will kill it instantly.
Tenderized.
Yeah, that's dead. Yeah, that is a dead mountain goat.
Why? You're sick. You eat it? Are you just
It's real life. It's real life. That's why.
Yeah, sure. YouTube doesn't like that kind of stuff, man.
Can't you smell the life? It's art.
It's nature.
Yeah, can't you smell the nature? Can't you smell the art?
Honey, I've been hit with a strike for laughing at nature. It's nature. I didn't do that. I just went. And they
we're
went. You're
past 2 hours, so we might be okay. And it's not even the first time we've shown that video on this channel or this show.
Speaking of that, and thank you. It is time to shut down. Would you guys like to plug? You guys have anything that you want to plug? We'll start with you, Sasquatch.
Your butt.
Oh.
No, tomorrow I'm doing the blast radio. Wait, no, not tomorrow. Now we're Saturday. Okay, so Sunday I'm doing the blast radius 8 p.m. Eastern. Be there, be square. Tuesday we're coming back to the naughty corner with AJOT, where we're going to check out some people that probably ate themselves. Right. After that, I don't really have anything else planned except for whatever y'all tell me to do.
Fair
Nomi?
Tomorrow morning I have a game with, or I'm playing Split Fiction with Erudai. That's tomorrow at 9 a.m. Not Central, 9 a.m. Mountain Time, 11 Eastern. What else? I think I have something else later in Saturday. I can't remember, but still recovering. Brain fog is a real thing now post surgery, and I can't remember a lot of stuff. But just catch me on X, and you'll see me what happens next.
Alrighty, Clifton.
Let's see. I'm probably going to be going to sleep right now. Later today, or I don't know, tomorrow for you, maybe. Anime 101 over on Brandon the Anime Guys channel, where I co-host the show. And then later that same evening, I will be on Anime After Dark with Zombie, a few others. It'll be fun. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you for coming.
Pleasure, man. All right. Well, that leaves us, buddy.
All right. Well, I will go first. You guys can catch me tomorrow in the chat on the Exile Lioness 2 channel as a moderator. You can catch me right here next Friday, and also stay tuned because I am now that things are settling down. Oh, I got a new job.
Yeah.
The job I applied for, I got hired. I got hired, and now my dad's stuff is finally coming to a close. I was able to I finally got his estate taken care of, so now I can focus on my channel. So stay tuned with that. My goal is to release something next week. And yeah, just stay tuned for that. I'm going to record a video and release it probably next Wednesday.
Cool. Looking forward to that, actually, because so you don't know, I've kind of been pushing Larry about this for like a year and a half behind the scenes. So, but yeah, no, definitely looking forward to that. As for my part, the next thing I got up, I'll be over on Beelzebub in about 4 minutes or so, give or take, on Devil's channel, Beelzehub. The next thing up is Screaming Into the Void right here on my channel, Samuel Lee Infamous, 4 p.m. Mountain Time tomorrow. And it is tomorrow from my perspective. Tomorrow doesn't happen for another 4 minutes. And I think Amira is going live on her channel, Exiled Lioness 2. So I'll be around for that stream as well. Otherwise, Monday on Adam the Renaissance Nerds channel, he should be back from Jed's wedding, so we'll be starting up Mellow Mondays again on his channel on Monday. And then right back here next week for Abyssal Musings. So
before you head off, are you having any of our friends from the Mario UK on tomorrow?
Abe should be there definitely. I don't know about anybody else. Maybe Cal.
Maybe they can explain how in the hell that Donald Trump can sue an entity in New York. I think it was like a new. I think it was like a newspaper, news outlet, but he sued them for defamation behind the whole Russia collusion thing. How in the hell is a judge gonna tell him that he can't? Not only could he not have any kind of legal representation, but then charged him and saying that he has to pay the people he's suing over 400. It's like $400 million for them defaming him.
I have no idea, man. I haven't even looked into that. I've been more.
I've got the article
consumed
saved.
with-
I'll send it to you. I mean, I'm just spitting it
All
out
right.
verbatim, but I was just like, only in England at this point can you see something like that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I said, I'd have to look into it. So we'll send me the
You
article and
expect
I'll
the
look over it.
president of the United States to be able to just show up in a courtroom
I mean, yeah,
in
they don't
another
give a shit.
state? I mean, another country. Yeah,
Well, I'm gonna go to bed if this
All
isn't
right.
a very discussion.
Yeah, no, we
All
got
right.
it. We got to close down. So because I got
Yeah, we got to
too.
close
So
anyway. All right, guys, just remember it could be worse. You could be playing jumping jacks with Roach.